That's kind of wild. Like, is he the worst person? I don't know. I mean, there's like people that are worse for sure, but he is up there. You know what I mean? Like, he's up there. He's definitely up there. He might be the worst. Yes, I know Noam Chomsky was connected to Epstein in new documents. I know. We briefly covered it yesterday. I'll talk about it further today.
A new report from the Wall Street Journal exposes the prominent names on Jeffrey Epstein's private calendar. Some planned meetings include CIA Director William Burns, Bard College President Leon Botstein, and Obama White House counsel Catherine Rumo.
Really interesting. How did that happen? Guys, certainly not. I mean, this guy's not CIA. I mean, just don't say that. Don't say he was involved with Mossad either. Ehud Barak attending his, going to his fuck palace, or rather rape palace actually is a better term for it, in 2016 is totally just, I mean, come on. He was just, they're buds. He was doing white hat pedophilia. No.
Rumler. The meetings in question all occurring after Epstein had served time in jail for a sex crime involving a minor back in 2008. Remember that? Fox News contributor Bill McGurn joins us now. Bill, we're looking at these names, and if we don't know them by name, we know the position of power.
Yeah, speaking of which, we're going to talk about Noam Chomsky as well, which is like insane. I don't even know what the fuck that's about. Originally, Noam Chomsky talked to your Discord moderators. He will talk to anyone. Yeah, but there's a difference between like responding to an email from my Discord moderators versus like personally meeting Jeffrey Epstein on not one, but numerous occasions.
Power. What does this tell you?
There is something incredibly funny about Fox News talking about prominent figures in Jeffrey Epstein's calendar and then having Alan Dershowitz on every single broadcast, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay? We're not going to talk about that. It is funny to me, though, that they're like, oh, man, look at these prominent figures going and meeting with Jeffrey Epstein. Also, what does Alan Dershowitz have to say about this? Let's go to friend of the show, Alan Dershowitz. Yeah, no, I'm not looking good on this. Anarchist, yeah, he delivered a blow to the anarchist movement a little bit on that one. Hold on, I got to pee. I'll be back.
It tells you that he was a very rich person. And when you're very rich, you have connections and you have money and other people want them. And that didn't change by his conviction.
You got Ehud Barak on this, so that's a little bit surprising. Doesn't mean necessarily he's into the unsavory part, but knows the guy has money. Martin Nowak of Harvard University, he's given millions to Harvard. You know, I also found it interesting, too, that this Bard College group, Bard College president Leon Botstein. Now, Bard College famously is supported, basically totally financed and propped up by George Soros. So you have an intertwining of two very controversial multimillionaires, billionaires.
Yeah, I think if you have a lot of money and you're friendly with any college president, you're going to be hit up for money. Look, a lot of these people are trying to extract money from him, and he gave it out. He probably gave it out to build up his credentials, social credentials. And the only thing that's striking to me, again, the story made clear they weren't sure many of these meetings actually occurred. They were just scheduled. But what's amazing to me is that how the conviction and the time in jail for a really despicable act didn't really matter so much. It was business as usual. But I guess that's what you can buy when you have a lot of contacts and a lot of money. And
oh, there he is. It's kind of wild that they put Ehud Barak in this, by the way. I mean, it's true. Noam Chomsky fucking going up and meeting with him is crazy. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Holy shit.
Jeffrey Epstein really cultivated that. He knew how to do it. That was the secret to his success.
Why did they find the drunkest man to be on this fucking show, by the way? The worst part about this was when Chomsky said Woody Allen was a great artist in response to meeting with him, and his concubine stepdaughter again, 94-year-old anarchist. Email. Oh, yeah. TrueAnon covered this a while ago. That's what it was. I was thinking, like, I feel like I've known about this. Here's the photo of Chomsky with Epstein's Paris butler, uploaded on December 1st, 2016. When was it actually taken? We don't know, as Valdston won't respond to our messages. So I tracked Chomsky's movements in the month before. On November 5th, he was in Barcelona to give a speech to the United Nations. And then email Chomsky about this, says he was giving speeches in France around this time and staying in a hotel with his wife. Epstein's plane gets to Paris on October 26th and leaves on November 11th, a few weeks before this picture was posted. Chomsky did give a speech to Bibliothèque Nationale de France. Emailed him a couple more times with follow-up, specifically if he ever met Epstein or stayed at / went to the Paris apartment. Also wonder if any other MIT people went to it too. Seems like the most obvious connection. Chomsky responded to my 2 follow-up emails asking if he met with Epstein. He said he keeps away from personal matters, which aren't anyone's business, aside from stuff in print, such as meeting at Harvard with Ehud Barak, arranged by Jeffrey Epstein. Couldn't find it in English, but Gumby for Christ found this article in Hebrew. An interview with Barak that includes a mention of it. What did you do in his house in 2016? This is asking Ehud Barak. What did you do in Jeffrey Epstein's house in 2016 after he was convicted for soliciting minors for prostitution? You left free. I also met with Netanyahu. I did not meet Walter Soriano or Mimran. This is a person I know. I met him several times, but much less often than Clinton and Trump met. I met with him. I was not disguised. He was, by the way. That's a lie. That's so funny. Dude, wait, hold on. All right, let's show you the photo of Ehud Barak leaving Jeffrey Epstein's house. He's like, I was not disguised. Oh, really? So what is that then? What is that? Wait, hold on. Let me computer, explain this image to me. It was cold? It was COVID. Pre-COVID protection. Guess not all the answers were in print. I guess more specifically, did you ever visit an apartment or house at 22 Avenue Fuck in Paris? Or meet Jeffrey Epstein? Thank you. I'm deluged with mail, and unlike everyone I know, I try to respond to substantive letters. But I have to set tight priorities. One is to keep away from personal matters which are no one's business, especially when the answers are in print, like my meeting with former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak at Harvard, arranged by Jeffrey Epstein. CIA's William Burns, Goldman's Catherine Rumler, Noam Chomsky, the president of Bard College, a Henry Kissinger consultant, and a Rothschild. They all met with Jeffrey Epstein in the years after his conviction. 2 months later, Epstein planned to fly with Mr. Chomsky and his wife to have dinner with them, and movie director Woody Allen and his wife, Sunyi Previn, to document show. If there was a flight, which I doubt, it would have been from Boston to New York. 30 minutes, Mr. Chomsky said. I'm unaware of the principle that requires that I inform you about an evening spent with great artists. Academics loved Epstein. Pinker was chilling with him too. Okay, first of all, that's Steven Pinker. Of course he was chilling with Jeffrey Epstein. He's a fucking piece of shit. Noam Chomsky, on the other hand, should be a little bit better than Steven fucking Pinker, dude. Are you kidding me? I mean, I don't think Parenti ever fucking met with Jeffrey Epstein. I hate to be that guy, but as far as I know. Anyway, that's unrelated. That's neither here nor there. Like, I guess he wanted, saying that it was for private matters is weird. Like, that makes it weirder, dog. Do you not understand in your, like, 98 years of living on this earth that that's just, like, so much weirder? You're supposed to debate the French, not become them, dude. What the fuck is he doing? What are you doing? Okay, the meeting being said in France, though. The meeting being said in France does, does make sense. Listen. CI Director William Burns' excuse is so stupid he needed Epstein's help to go from the State Department to heading to a think tank. Total bullshit. Seems pretty clear that Epstein likely knew Gates even better than what has come out if he's trying to recruit a lawyer for the foundation. Miss Rumler first met Um, first met Epstein after he called her to ask if she would be interested in representing Mrs. Gates, and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation of the Goldman Sachs spokesman said, "No crumbs for my copium?" Yeah, no. No. According to Michael Wolff's Too Famous, Jeffrey Epstein had a framed photo of himself and Noam Chomsky. And all this other shit said Bannon pointed to Epstein's framed picture gallery of friends. Epstein with Pope, 3 presidents, Castro, Bill Gates, various members of the royal family, Noam Chomsky, the Dalai Lama, Woody Allen, and the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Oh my God. In addition to being a member of John Brockman's Epstein-funded Edge Foundation, Noam Chomsky was also a nominee for the first $100,000 Edge of Computation Science Prize, which was initiated and funded by Jeffrey Epstein. Just to reiterate here, famous Israel critic Noam Chomsky had a meeting with a fucking Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak that was arranged by the intelligence-connected billionaire pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. What a world. That part does make sense. I think that that's valid. Like, that's the only thing. Him saying it's a personal matter makes it significantly worse than, like, him saying, no, I actually, like, had a meeting with Ehud Barak or a debate. Wasn't it at, like, Harvard or something? I thought possibly it was, like, hosted at Harvard. Let's see. Maybe I misunderstood. A lot of this stuff we knew about already. I totally blocked out the part of my brain that I remember looking at this when Brace originally talked about it, but I totally forgot about it. I remember seeing this on my timeline. According to a new article in the Wall Street Journal, Epstein planned to fly with Chomsky and his wife to have dinner with Woody Allen. Jesus Christ. First response is that it is none of your business or anyone's. Second is that I knew him and we met occasionally. Is the quote from Wall Street Journal. Yeah, dude, that sucks. I can't, there's nothing else to say about that. Like, it sucks so bad. I don't even want to fucking make jokes about, like, you know, libertarianism and shit.
Success.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really link these guys to Epstein Island. There's no linkage there, unlike the black book that had turned up. But I'm really concerned about William Burns. You just worry about people being blackmailed. William Burns, former ambassador to Russia. William Burns is now the director of the CIA. I mean, you'd think we might have had a sixth sense to say, I probably want to stay a million miles away from this character.
Well,
I wonder why the fucking director of the CIA didn't. Why would the CIA director stay away from the CIA asset? Interesting.
Well, again, we don't really know what he was talking about. You know, I've heard rumors about Jeffrey Epstein's close ties with different countries in the Middle East. So we don't know, but it.
Wait. Random vid I found in 2020 of, like, Jeffrey Epstein. Wait, Noam Chomsky talking about Jeffrey Epstein? What the fuck?
And I only ask you because he was vaguely affiliated with MIT, where you had taught for many years, and he had donated to the Media Lab, interacted with top scientists and intellectuals. And this is after his first conviction, which the MIT Media Lab knew about.
After the conviction, but also after his serving his sentence. There's a principle of Western law that once a person has served a sentence, he's the same as everybody else. It seems to be forgotten. And there's some other interesting questions. Jeffrey Epstein gave, I don't know what, say $1 million to MIT. Is he the worst person who's contributed to MIT? What about in my office at MIT? When I was there, I'm not there anymore. I looked out the window of my office and I saw the David Koch Cancer Center.
I mean, he's not wrong about this, but, like, Jeffrey Epstein's kind of up there, man. Like, that's kind of wild. Like, is he the worst person? I don't know. I mean, like, there's, like, people that are worse for sure, but he is up there. You know what I mean? Like he's up there. He's definitely up there. Like, he might be the worst. Like, in another circumstance, in another universe, you go, oh, well, like, is this financial criminal one of the worst people to donate to MIT? And you go, I don't know. You're right about that, I guess. But, like, when you say Jeffrey Epstein, is he the worst person? That is a matter that is up for debate. But, like, the fact that he's a contender means you probably shouldn't say that. Because, like, he's not literally the worst person that has donated to MIT, but, like, he's up there in, like, top 5. Fuck it, top 5, right? You know? Like he's the guy. Like, he's kind of the guy. You know what I mean? He's, like, the guy you point to. That's wild. That's oh, my God, libertarians. Holy fuck.
David Koch.
A sex offender has a clean slate? That's crazy. Okay, first and foremost, being principled about rehabilitation is totally understandable. It just doesn't fit in this circumstance because it's not like he was rehabilitated. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't even serve out an actual prison sentence. What the fuck? Noam Chomsky knows he didn't serve out an actual prison sentence. I'm sorry. Like, it's not like Jeffrey Epstein was, like, punished for his crimes and truly felt really bad about it and whatever. Like, he wasn't even sent to, like, real prison. He was able to leave, and he was able to fuck while he was there. And he wasn't even charged with, like, he wasn't charged the actual penalty that you get for sex trafficking minors. You know what I mean? Ken
is surely a candidate for being one of the most extraordinary criminals in human history. I already described what he did. He was personally responsible for shifting the Republican Party from being moderately sane on, minimally sane on global warming, to being the most dangerous organization in human history, which may destroy us all. Is that serious? Seems to be pretty serious. Does anybody say anything about that? Well, take a look. When David Koch died a couple of months ago, the Institute president produced a laudatory encomium about how he's one of the model MIT graduates. He did such wonderful things for MIT.
He's saying David Koch is seen as like one of the model graduates from MIT. He's done such wonderful things about MIT, but David Koch as a environmental criminal is arguably, because Noam Chomsky loves the environment. He always talks about it. He literally is saying that, like, the Koch brothers are bigger criminals demonstrably for manufacturing consent and making, a non-zero amount of Americans, like 33% of Americans, like, question whether or not climate change is even real, makes them bigger genocidal maniacs than anyone else. But it still doesn't matter. Okay, let's say the Koch brothers are 1 and 2. Like, Jeffrey Epstein's like kind of 3. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Like, who's having a crime off? Like, who made the list? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Bro, come on, dude. That's crazy.
He even funded the basketball team. Just a perfect person. Something striking, strange about all this.
Well, there's certainly hypocrisy.
Also, yeah, you know what? I to be fair, though, if you ask them, like, would you meet with the Koch brothers? He would say yes, absolutely. I know for a fact that he would say yes to that.
There. Were you... Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if hypocrisy is the right word. I mean, think about it. Why this obsession, but not much more significant ones?
Well, the only reason why it was intriguing to me was the fact that Alexander Acosta,
with all the deranged Chomsky haters, it is important to highlight he was not in the Black Book or the flight logs. Yeah, but those aren't the only people Jeffrey Epstein met with or was fond of, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, that's Who cares? He still met with him apparently on multiple occasions, one time including to link up with Woody Allen, and Woody Allen's like stepdaughter wife. You know what I mean? Remember, Woody Allen's stepdaughter wife. To which he stated, I'm not going to apologize for meeting wonderful artists.
Labor secretary and the prosecutor who had given him what people regarded as a lenient sentence said that he was told he belonged to intelligence.
That's fair enough. But then the criminal is Acosta.
Sure.
Okay. Not the person who was sentenced and released.
Is that something worth exploring? Or I know you have a deep well knowledge about the intelligence.
This guy, by the way, doesn't know that Noam Chomsky has like met with Jeffrey Epstein at this point. And even he's like, what the fuck? What are you defending Jeffrey Epstein? Like, what is happening? I don't know anything about the dunk tank. So thrilled to hear Chomsky. Was hoping that Chomsky would call Epstein or would mention how a man couldn't be a janitor at a prestigious university with Epstein's record. But I do understand the idea of a university taking Epstein's money to do good with it, regardless of his convictions. I mean, that's odd. That's an odd thing, I think. That's an odd. Noam goes on tiny YouTube shows. It's funny, to be honest. Okay, good Noam Chomsky. Yeah. Let's focus on how generous Noam Chomsky is with his time, right? Good Noam Chomsky. No, she literally is like biting. She's laying on the ground and biting the metal. And I think she accidentally bit her own tongue while she was biting the metal because, like, nothing changed in the room. Like, she was just casually laying down and, like, biting something, and I think she accidentally bit herself.
Services. Is that the idea that they could be having some sort of sting operation with some guy involved? Is that just crazy talk, or is that something that could happen?
I mean, I haven't followed it in close detail, but
Sure.
There's a lot of strange things about the alleged suicide. Just a couple of days ago, a report came out saying that the cameras were off and the backup cameras were off.
Uh-huh.
Day after day.
Oh, God. This could go either way. Is he mourning the loss of a friend? He's like, yeah, very weird details. I can't even talk about it right now. I'm feeling really bad about it. No, I'm out here with the conspiracy takes. Yeah, okay, that's not a fucking conspiracy. Give me a goddamn break, okay? Shut the fuck up. Anyone, dude, I will write you off. The moment that you say Jeffrey Epstein definitely killed himself, you're written off of my book, okay? It's just like, you're such a fucking rube, dude. Holy shit. Holy moly. You're like, the New York Times could print that your own mother didn't give birth to you, and you'd be like, oh, this is true, actually. You could see the photos of your mom's vagina on there with your fucking head coming out of it, and you'd be like, nah, the New York Times wrote, it's a paper record. I don't believe it. Please bring around dark-skinned people. #dogmom. It's a weird take, but you're not wrong, and also that's not an issue. Don't worry. No, that's not even a nope. That's a very no. That is literally a very real thing. That is not even a joke. That is a very real thing. Absolutely. It's actually one of the funnier ways in which dogs end up accidentally developing racism without even realizing that they've developed racism. It's very real because, like, if you don't have any black friends, and if you have no black friends that like come around, and your dog doesn't socialize with black people, sometimes the dogs will be, they'll be fucking racist. I'm not even kidding. It's no different than like AI being trained in a racist way. It's like unintentional racism. Don't dogs mirror their owner's behavior? It doesn't matter. Yeah. When people say my dog is racist, they don't realize that like it's because they don't really They never had their dog be around in a positive way, be around like, black people. The dog only saw like, the postman maybe as like a black interloper.
Very strange things come in. I don't know.
Right, and there's no real way of answering that question, or at least right now with the information we have.
They're cooking you on Twitter? I can't even log on to Twitter. Who's cooking me on Twitter? Can anyone even log on to fucking Twitter? Like they're cooking me on mobile Twitter? Is that what's going on? What did I do now? I'm not even on there. They are? Aiden updates? Oh, dude. Aiden updates? Oh, man. I can't believe I'm getting, quote unquote, cooked by a 14-year-old dick writer for Aiden Ross, the man most notable for showing pornographic material to his fucking fan base, the man most notable for watching his own sister and ex-girlfriend's OnlyFans content. Oh no, I can't believe I'm getting cooked by the community cultivated by that guy who's routinely spamming swastikas in his own chat. Oh no. Why are you so mad, Lamau? If you think I'm mad about that, I don't know what the fuck to say. You are being shit on Twitter. They are cooking you, Lamau. Oh no. Dudes that are going to have crippling fucking gambling debt for the rest of their lives because they literally developed a gambling addiction at the early age of 14 on God by stealing their mommy's credit card and going on stake.com. We don't listen to you, buddy. Yeah, don't worry. I don't care to speak to you. My ears are closed. Keep chatting. Oh, that's awesome. Well, don't worry, brother. Like I said, there is going to be an end to your saga. It's not a good one. Statistically speaking, gambling is a very, very treacherous addiction. I hope you get over it before it ruins your life and the life of all of those around you, regardless of the fact that you're most likely 13. You know what I mean? He said, la, la, la. Keep talking, buddy. Teenage addicts taking down Hasanabi, right, Lamau? The only thing this shows me is that those who stayed behind for the Aiden Ross fandom went from like dudes who actually had a normal life and, maybe a social life in high school to like the weird fucking losers. Like, if this was happening 2 years ago, Aiden Ross had a large fan base comprised of like children for the most part, but still at least like they weren't like extremely online. Now it's all like the fucking 4chan groypers. You know what I mean? It's all like the weirdest fucking dorks that are like tater tots and talk about how they would never date a woman if she said Andrew Tate is caca. Meanwhile, you're never going to date a woman anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. You should worry about the top of the hour ad break, which comes at the top of every hour, Aiden Ross fans, where you will be seeing a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, of course, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, where you get one free Prime subscription a month. They got what? Involved on Twitter? That's why they're trying to bait you? I don't know what the fuck is happening on Twitter. I can't even log on to my Twitter account, so I'm good. Thank you, though. Hate watchers are so pathetic. His hate watchers are even more pathetic than the average hate watcher. His hate watchers make LSF commenters look normal, which is saying something. Anyway, the 3-minute ad break is upon us. The funniest is when people go, dude, it's happening on Twitter, and it's like actually not happening. Nothing is happening, but they're just trying to make it happen. So they come in here, a platform when there's like a lot more activity. Because if it was happening over there, they would just stay there. You know what I mean? Where it's happening, supposedly. But because nothing is happening, they have to come in here where things are happening. And they go, dude, they're cooking your ass, man. They're cooking your ass. Now that I mentioned it, maybe it will. Oh, fuck. I can't even like this because I'm not logged in. You're getting cooked, dog. On God, you're getting cooked. Quit crying all the time, man. Quit crying all the time, man. Watch the video and shut the fuck up. Watch the video and shut the fuck up. Damn, fake Jordan 1s. Poggies. Pogger. Poggies. Dude, your social media footprint is really disastrous. Jared Leto is a furry confirmed. Not surprising. Actually, okay, never mind. That is a intricate furry costume. Holy fuck. That one is wild. All right, let's finish this Noam Chomsky, CIA director shit.
It looks like people were rushing to go see him. And again, for you and I, if we were convicted of that, I don't think we could get invited to a bingo hall. And Jeffrey Epstein, look, he dazzled people, right? That's how he operated. Dinners, private dinners, jets flying to places, all the glamour life, you know, that most people, certainly if you work for the CIA, that's not your lifestyle, you know, if you're a government bureaucrat.
Bill, it just reminds me of China. If you want something, pay them off, and you'll get influence.
Yes, that's the rule.
It's the same thing.
That's the coin of the realm.
People will sell their soul for money.
Or they'll buy it.
Yes. William McGurn, Bill McGurn, thanks so much.
All right, thanks, Brian.
All right, we'll follow this story. I think every one of them needs to explain themselves.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.